Let's go to page 500 and start with number 24. Okay. So it says the length of the rectangle. As soon as you see the word rectangle, you stop reading and go and just draw a rectangle and label your length, width, length, width. Then you go back to read and get all the information. So the length of the rectangle is, so length of rectangle is means equal 4 yards. More than means plus is width. If the area is 77 square yards, okay, one is dimension. One dimension means looking for the length and looking for the width. Okay, so this is all the information you have. So first you start out with the formula. Okay, so length times width will give you the area of a rectangle. And then whenever you see the equal, that means you have to do the substitution. So L is 4 plus W times W equal to A is 77. And after that, go and distribute and multiply out. So you got 4W plus W squared equal to 77. And go ahead and make it equal to 0 so you can do factoring. You got W squared plus 4W minus 77 equal to 0. And then go and do the factoring. So you got 4, negative 77. So start with 1 comma negative 77 and keep going. So you got 7, negative 11, and 11 comma negative 7. So this is the correct one. Okay, so from here you need to have a W and W, and so you can put 11 over here. So plus 11 minus 7. And when you solve, you get W equal to negative 11 and W equal to 7. Since this is real object, so cannot have a negative number, and so W equal to 7 yards. Okay, and then the length. Okay, you come over here. So length equal to 4 plus W. So 4 plus 7 will give you 11. Okay, let's go to the next one. Okay, number 26. So it says the product of the two consecutive integers. So this is two consecutive integers. So you need to set up your variable. So let x equal to your first number. Now consecutive number go by increment of 1. So you have to plus 1 to get to the next number. So the second number would be x plus 1. So once you set it up, now you can go back and translate. You say if the product means multiply of the two consecutive even integer, okay, so product of the two consecutive integers, so it would be the first times the second. Like the product of the two consecutive integer is means is decreased by 6, so means minus 6. So it's decreased by 6. The result is 36 from the integers. So from here, you just have to work out the equation. So go and multiply, you get x squared plus x minus 6 equal to 36. And then make it right hand side equal to 0. So you get x squared plus x minus 42 equal to 0. Go and do your master product, so it will be 1, negative 42. So you start with 1 comma negative 42, 2 comma negative 21, 3 comma negative 14, and then you get 6 comma negative 7, and you get 7 comma negative 6. So this is the correct one. So you get x and x, so it will be plus 7 minus 6. Okay, so from here, now this one you have to be careful because you got two possible solutions. So from here you're going to get x equal to negative 7. Okay. And so this one, so x equal to negative 7. That's your first number. Then the next number you plus 1 will give you a negative 6. So this is one set of answer. The next one, you got x equal to 6. So your next number with plus 1 will be 7. So that's your second set of possibilities. Okay. So So don't box this as your final answer, that would be incorrect. Okay, let's go to the next one. Okay, number 28. So read the problem. So this is the motion problem. Okay, so here's a home, and he drove to San Diego, and then he come back. And the total distance is 360. That means 180 for going and 180 miles to come back. Give a total of 360. And so you want to set this, the rate equal to x, and this one, the rate returning was 15 miles per hour faster than going. Okay, so this is your information. And the total time, going and coming back, the total time equal to 7 hours. Okay, so this is a motion problem. So first, let's go and make the table. So R times time equal to distance. So this is going, and this is for returning. So the rate going is x. The rate for returning is x plus 15. The time is not giving. Now don't put a 7 over here because 7 is for total. It's not for going or not return. Okay. Okay, but the distance you know is 180, and the distance 180. Now if you know the distance, then you can find the time, find the expression for time. So you have to divide. The reason for that is because r times time equal to distance. So to find time, you divide by r on both sides, so this will cancel out. So time is equal to distance divided by the rate. So distance divided by the rate give you the time. So this is 180 over x plus 15. Okay, and then so the time going plus the time coming back equal to 7. Right, the total time is 7. So this is the time going, this is the time coming back, and equal to 7. So this is your equation. So let's go and write the equation. 180 over x plus 180 over x plus 15 equal to, I'm going to put 7 over 1. Okay. Now to solve this, you need to go ahead and multiply by common denominator. So multiply by x, and x plus 15, x plus 15, multiply by x plus 15. So multiply by LCD. So this cancel out. You multiply, you get 180x plus, you multiply this, you get 2700. This cancel with that, so plus 180x equal to, now you multiply this together, so multiply this first. So multiply, treat this as a one factor. So 7x times x will give you 7x squared. 7x times 15 will give you plus 105x. Then after that, I'm going to move everything to this side. So minus 7x squared minus 105x minus 7x squared minus 105x. Okay, so you end up with negative 7x squared minus. So this one, and this one. These are like terms. So when you combine, you get plus 255x plus 2700 equal to 0. And you have negative in front, so you don't want to factor with the leading coefficient as negative. So multiply by negative 1 to get rid of that negative. So you end up with 7x squared minus 255x minus 2700 equal to 0. Okay, so now you have to factor this. So get your master product. So this will be minus 255, and this one will give you minus 18900. Okay, so now this one, if you kind of just go down the list, it's going to take a very long time. So you have to find a different way of factoring this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start with 100, comma, and the reason I use 100 because there's 2 zeros here, so it'd be very easy to figure out. So negative 189. Okay, so 100 and negative 189 will give you that. So this times I give you that, But when you add these, you try to get that, right? So when you add these, you will get negative 89, okay? So this is not negative enough. So that means you have to make this bigger, make this smaller, okay? Now instead of just go by ones, I'm going to cut in half. Okay, so from 0 to 100, halfway is going to be 50. And I'm going to put 50 over here, okay? And so this divided by 50, I get negative, let's see, get a calculator. Okay, so 189.00 divided by 50 equal, this will give you negative 378, okay? And this will give you negative 328, okay? So now this is too negative, okay? Again, you want to get in here, right? And so from here, you can try different numbers. So you have to go up. So if you try to, instead of go by 50, go by one like 50, 150, 253, you can go and try. At least you know that the number is going to be somewhere between here, right? So if you try like go by tens, okay? So if you go 60, and let's see what we get. Okay, you get negative 315, and this will give you, so this will give you negative 255. So this is the correct combination already, okay? So again, if the number is really large, you want to kind of start with big and you cut in half, and to see if it's in between, you try here. If it's not, you go down this way, okay? So you kind of try to cut in half, they will get there very quick. Okay, so now let's go and do the factoring. So you need to have x and 7x. Okay, so this would be the inside. Okay, so so 315 divided by 7 equal. Okay, so you need to minus 45. So this times that will give you that, and this times plus 60 will give you that. So this is the inside, this is the outside. Okay, so from there, you can go and solve. Now from this one, you're going to get x equal to 45, right? Now this one is not as obvious, so if you try to solve, right away you know that this is going to be no good because it was a negative, okay? And so you're going to get x equal to negative 60 over 7, so this is no good, okay? Okay, so that's it. So x will be equal to 45 miles per hour. Okay, let's go to the next one. Okay, number 30, the base of a triangle. Okay, so you have a triangle, so go and draw a triangle, and this is the base, and this is the altitude or the height. Okay, so the base of the triangle is, 3 centimeters. Longer than means plus, its altitude, so that's h. So h is the altitude, the height. The area of the triangle, okay, so area of the triangle is 90 square centimeters. Find the length of the altitude and the base. So you're looking for the altitude and the base. Okay, so let's start with the area of the formula for area of the triangle. So area of the triangle equal to 1/2 base height. So you substitute everything here, so 90 is equal to 1/2 times the base. Since it have equals, you have to substitute, and h. Okay. Here, now there's a fraction over here, so I'm going to multiply both sides by 2. Now this whole thing is one term. Okay, because all these are multiplications, so all these are terms, all these are factors. So this whole thing is one term. So multiply by 2, so this cross out. So you got 180 is equal to, now this cross out you can multiply. So you got 3h plus h squared. And I'm going to minus 180 on this side. So you got 0 equal to h squared plus 3h minus 180. Okay. So So again, when you're doing the factoring, so you got 3 and negative 180. Okay. And again, since there's 0, so I'm gonna use a 10. Okay. So start with 10. So you got negative 18. So this will give you negative 8. So you have to make this bigger. So I'm going to try 20. So this will give you negative 9. So this becomes 11. Okay, so this is going to be halfway in between here. So I'm going to try something between. Okay, so that's how you can kind of get it fairly quick. Okay. Just like playing the game of hot, cold, or high, low. So try 15. Okay, and you get negative 12, and this will give you 3. And so this is correct already. So you can start with easy number, okay, and then try to see if you have to go high or low. And that's where you can get it pretty quick. And I'm going to flip this over. Okay, so I get h here and h here. So I get plus 15 minus 12. So you got h equal to negative 15, h equal to 12. Again, this is negative is no good because the real object cannot have a negative numbers. So h will equal to 12 centimeters. And once you find the h, you can find b. So b is 3 plus h. So 3 plus 12. Okay, so 3 plus 12 will give you 15. Okay, and that's it. Okay, let's go to number 32. Okay, number 32 is also a triangle problem. So draw a triangle. And again, here's your height, h, and here's your b. Okay, so that's going to be, it says the sum, so means plus, sum means plus, right? The sum of the base and the altitude of the triangle is 15. The area of the triangle is 27 square centimeters. Find the length and the base. Okay, find the length of the base and the altitude. So find the base and the altitude. Okay. So that's again start with the formula for the triangle. So area of a triangle is 1/2 base times height. Okay. And so substitute 27 equal to 1/2 times. For this one over here, I'm going to solve. So right now I cannot substitute yet. So I'm going to minus b on both sides. So I got h equal to 15 minus b. Now I can substitute this into here. So I got b, and the h is 15 minus b. Okay. Now to solve this, again, I want to get rid of the fraction, so I multiply by 2, so that this cancel out. So I got 54 equal to, now once this is gone, you can just go and multiply, distribute, right? So I get 15b minus b squared. Okay, now this is negative, so when I move over, it becomes positive, so that's kind of nice. So plus b squared on both sides, minus 15b on both sides. So I get b squared minus 15b plus 54 equal to 0. Okay, then go and do the master product. Now since this is negative and this is positive, I need to use both negatives. So if you start with negative 1, negative 54, negative 2, negative 27, negative 3, negative 18, negative, so this one is not too bad, so you can just go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and negative 9. So this is it. Okay, so you're going to get b and the b, and this one you get minus 6, minus 9. So now again, this one you're going to end up with 2 possibilities. Both are fine. Okay? So from here, you're going to get b equal to 6. Okay? And remember, h is 15 minus b, right? So 15 minus 6 will give you h equal to 9. Okay? This came from here. Okay? And so that's one set of the answer. Okay? And from this side, from this one, you're going to get b equal to 9. And again, from here, you're going to get 15 minus 9, right? 15 minus b. So 15 minus 9, you get h equal to 6. Okay. Okay, so the difference between these two is that there are different triangles. Okay, so for this one, the base is small, the altitude is big. So you look something like this. Okay, this one the base is wide and the altitude is low. So this one is more like this. Okay, so you get two different triangles.